What is up, you guys? It is me, Tanishia, and I am back with another video. Hey, girl. Hey. Y'all already know we have a girl. So this is a braided wig from Luvme Hair. I do not have the specific name to this wig, but what I do know is that she is a little bit shorter than our last braided wig. She is a 360 full lace braided wig. She does have a little bit of a curl to her. Everything about this wig is just phenomenal. Get into the inside of this wig. This wig does come fully laced. So that is exciting. The 360 Invisi, the 360 is great as far as the whole entire wig being a full lace wig, but we do have the invisible drawstrings as well, which I love when it comes to a 360 wig, because that means that even when we pull it, we don't have to necessarily glue her down. All of those extra things that we don't have to do, I really love when it comes to this. But get into the boho braids. This is a boho braid wig. The hair that is on the outside of the braids like this does feel human. As far as the ends of the braids in this wig, this is part of the synthetic hair that they have. Let me move this out the way. This is part of the synthetic hair that they have braided. So this will possibly get a little bit more matted than these actually will, because this is synthetic. So you do have to be careful when it comes to the ends of your hair, not necessarily the hair that comes out of the braid. Another thing that I'd like to point out is that in this braided wig, that sets it apart from all the rest of the braided wigs that people promote in their wig companies, is that Luvme Hair pre-bleaches their knots before they braid them, so that your wig does not give that wiggy look when you get ready to put it on. Now, we see a lot of pretty braided wigs, but where they mess up at is that the knots aren't bleached. Luvme Hair bleaches these knots to the best of their ability, and when I say it gives scalp, baby, it gives scalp. The wig is also pre-cut, so you don't have to worry about doing any hard work. Everything is done for you. It comes with an adjustable band, so that if you do put it on like so, like this, and it isn't tight enough, your adjustable band can go inside and give you that extra hold that you need, and you can keep it moving. I am going to go back in and put in my band, but before we do that, get into how this looks. Get into that hairline. Get into how invisible these knots and lace are going. Like, you wouldn't be able to tell that it was a wig unless I told you this is a wig and I didn't get my hair braided. And then the shortness of it. I like short hair to an extent, but this right here is giving. My long braided wig versus this one, I probably would run to this one way more often than I would my long one. Baby, the long one still is going to get worn, but this short one, oh yeah. This short one is giving. When you want to put your band inside of your wig, all you have to do is look at how your band is created. You want this part to be on the bottom of your head. You don't want this part to be on your actual skin or in your hair, so it doesn't get tangled. So you want to make sure that this part is the part that is laying flat when you get ready to put it on. And how I do that is I just lay it like this in my wig, and then I look for my bands and I hook it exactly that way. It takes out the hard extra work. Make sure you keep it flat. Don't twist it around. Just keep it flat like that, and then hook it on the inside to go outward like this, and boom, that's it. That's all you have to do when it comes to your adjustable band. Now I am going to wear my wig cap because I want my wig to look as natural as possible. And what you see me doing right now is taking this light portion of this wig cap and going in with my RK Ruby Kisses contour palette and just blending my bald cap in with my skin complexion. You can go either a shade dark, well, a shade or two darker. I would not suggest going lighter because then that'll give you a line that people will be able to see that your wig is a wig, and we don't want that. So just go in and cover that up to whatever your skin complexion is. This palette does come in dark, medium, medium dark, whatever complexion that you need to blend in with your skin. So per usual, I am going to flip her inside out, take my band, put my band behind my head, see how tight I want to get it because it does feel a little loose to me. Tighten up my band just like this so that my wig is looking like this in the back. Then I will take and pull that down just a little bit, pull it back and continue to pull it down. You don't want to pull this wig too hard because the wig is a full lace wig. Make sure that your invisible bands are still sitting on the outside because we are going to deal with those in a minute. But make sure that you have no hair going up under your lace because you don't want a line of demarcation. And if you are like me and you have sideburns, that is okay because this wig is it's really good. Like, it's really good. You can get a glueless spray right here, but before you do that, just adjust the wig first before you start spraying anything, because even without any sprays or anything extra, this wig is really tight on my head, and not tight uncomfortable. Tight is comfortably tight, but it's also tight enough to where it won't move. So if you can see here, this wig is not moving whatsoever. There are also combs in the wig. So if you feel around in your wig, you can put your combs into your hair if you have any, or into your bald cap, so that it is a little bit more secure and it stays to where you want it to lay, which is a plus, a good thing, a good thing. It stays where you want it to stay with the combs in it. Now, with me, I kind of fight and struggle with the combs sometimes because they do go into my locks. My locks are still baby locks and they like to come loose. So I have to be very careful when it comes to putting the combs into my hair. But I like the combs. They do the job. Now that that is complete, we are going to pull our wig up into a ponytail. Do not pull it into a tight ponytail because we do have to do a little bit of work back here. Now this is where our Flexi drawstrings come into play. As I told you before, leave those out because we are about to do a thing with those. So with these flexible drawstrings, all you have to do is pull them just like this. I like to take mine and do it side by side. There is a little bitty knot, if you can see that. There's a little knot on it right here. You're going to take that, pull that up slowly so that your wig scrunches in the back. Take it and do it on both sides. As you can see, or hopefully you can see, my wig is beginning to scrunch at the back. A little bit more, just like that. And then you want to take both of those. So this right here, what I would typically do is cut that extra lace off of here. I might go back in and do that because I don't want this lace to be showing in the back of my head. I want my wig to look realistic back here. I just wanted to show you guys how it would look if you decided to leave that lace on the back of it without cutting it as close to the wig as possible. And to be honest, you can't even really see the lace. And this is good for the girls who want to glue their wigs down back there. If you decided that you wanted to glue your wig down in the back, this would basically disappear onto your skin. But I am not planning on gluing this wig down. This is the point of my whole 360 thing going on here. So I'm not going to glue that down at all, because with this wig, unless I get hot, I don't plan on pulling it up. And if I do plan on pulling it up, it'll be exactly like you see here. Just in a bun where it's just sagging down just a little bit. So for me, I'm going to cut that off. And I'm going to show you guys, if you are one of the ones that don't plan on gluing it down in the back, I'm going to show you how to cut that portion off without cutting any of your hair on the wig. So first, what you want to do is pull those back out so that you can pull your wig out of that scrunch, because we don't want to cut the scrunch. Be careful with pulling it, because sometimes it can get a little crazy, especially with the bands. As you can see here, the bands get a little out of control. It's not bad, but they do their own thing sometimes if you don't pay attention to what you are doing. So here is what I was talking about with the extra lace that is on the wigs. It's probably not best for me to be putting it on my hand because the lace is invisible, or HD as we like to call it. But to get up and close and personal, this is what I'm talking about. There's extra lace right here. I want to cut that off because I don't need this. I'm not going to use this. I don't plan on gluing my wig down. So the easiest way for me to take care of this is to figure out where my hair is. I don't want to cut into my braids. I can see that the knots are a little bit darker in here, and I'm just going to cut around where they have the hairline. I don't want to cut too close to those knots, because if you cut too close with this wig being thin, it can get a little bit frayed, and then you're going to end up cutting parts that you want. Also pay attention to back here, because you don't want to cut into this either. This is a very important part of your wig. You need this. So do not cut that low. Luckily for us, they have braided over that part to help protect it and to make it extra strong, but you do not want to cut that part. So this right here, you can cut, I would say turn it this way, cut up into that and out, so that that is not there as well. And that is how you want to cut it. If you want to clean it up a little bit, you can just clean those off, and then do the other side the same exact way. Find where that portion is and just cut. See, they didn't even sew this one all the way down, which makes it even easier to cut into that and get it off. But be careful. If you need to find you something dark to figure out where that lace is, like this, figure out where your knots are, because you can't see it. Don't find anything brown, because that's not going to help. Find something that's like black, or really, really close to black, or dark blue or something, and get into those knots. Well, I mean, into that lace, not the knots. Ooh, don't get into the knots, honey. Please don't. And then just go. Just like that. So now we have this at the back of our wig. This is the front. Make sure you are in the back, and to make sure that you are in the back, look for this long comb. Look for the long comb, not the little ones. The long comb will always be in the back, so that you know that this is the back of your wig, just in case you put it down and walk away and you're not paying attention. Look for the long comb in the back. Now what's fun about this wig is that you can do everything that the girls that go and sit in the chair for 4 and 5 and 6 hours to get these braids can do in a fraction of the time, not even half of the time, in a fraction of the time. You can flip it, You can put it in a bun. You can do half up, half down if you like. You can do just about any style that you can think of when it comes to this wig here. This really suits me, Luvme Hair. This really is really cute. Really cute. Let me show y'all the back. So this is the back. This is what the back of the wig looks like when you wear it down. Nobody can tell you that this ain't your hair when you are wearing it. They won't even be able to tell if you follow what I am telling you. Flip it to the left, flip it to the right, flip it any way that you like. Now, for my girlies that do decide that they want to glue their wig down, use this. This right here is something that I have been bragging about lately. I have used this. This has been one of my bestest friends. This will melt your lace. I'm not going to put it on today because I'm not going to glue my wig down. We need a little break. But this right here will melt your lace into your skin fast. It is sweat proof, water resistant, fast drying. It does not have any of that white buildup that we hate. It doesn't have any of that. I am not sponsored by these people. I bought this with my own money from a beauty supply store down the street. I love it. I love this stuff. And it didn't break out my skin. It didn't rip off my skin. All I had to do was take some micellar water, put it on there, and get this off. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I wore it with another wig that I had to a concert. I had a panic attack at the concert, was sweating like crazy, passed out. My wig didn't move. Get this stuff. And to show you guys that the girl can be styled, I put her in a little half up, half down, 1-2 real quick because this is cute to me. This is really eating the girls up. I really like the way that they did these ends to this one. These curls on these ends are way tighter than the ones on the longer unit. I like that. I like this whole short look braided style wig. This definitely is a 10 out of 10 for me. Comfortable, convenient. So I ain't got to sit 4 hours to get my hair braided, which I could never do again because I have locks. But all in all, this wig is definitely something that I would recommend to the girls. Make sure you click that link down in the description box or in the comment section. That is it. I didn't have to put anything extra in this. I didn't have to do anything extra. This is all that you have to do when it comes to this wig. So make sure you get it and make sure you use my coupon code Tanishia to get some money off. Save you a coin on this wig because yeah, we like to save money over here. Save you a coin, save you time, save you the effort, and still look good doing all of that saving. That's all for me in this video. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.